My name is Amber Eisenhower. I'm a representative from Newman Middle School's local education agency. I would like each of you to introduce yourself as you would like to be addressed and have you state your role in this meeting.
I'm Sam Marini, I'm a special education teacher.
I'm Nicole Dever, and I'm Jack's English teacher.
I'm Courtney Easton, and Jack's math teacher.
I'm Jamie Correa, and I'm Jack's school psychologist.
I'm Miss Thomas, and I'm Jack's mother.
And I'm Jack Thomas.
I will be passing around the sign-in sheet to have each of you sign. Please make sure it gets handed to me at the end of the meeting. The purpose of today's meeting is to create Jack's IEP for this upcoming year. We will review Jack's present levels of performance, which include assessment results, strengths and weaknesses, concerns of team members, progress toward goals, placement options, and services needed to access the educational program. Before we go any further, are there any time limitations for any of you?
I have a half hour for today's meeting.
That's half an hour.
Just a reminder, if the IEP has not been completed in this time frame, we will meet again as soon as possible. What is the best way to contact you with any information or problems?
I wrote my email on there as well, and my cell phone number, just to let you know. It's the best way to reach me.
Here is a copy of your parent rights. Please remember that it is very important that you are actively involved in the educational planning for your child. If you ever have any questions or concern about Jack's IEP, please contact me. If we need to meet at a later time, we can bring the team back together to discuss your concerns or address any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you.
In order to work as an effective team, it is important that we will agree to practice the following ground rules.
Communicate clearly and listen carefully.
We're all going to be open to ideas and the views that are presented from one another.
We should be able to ask and welcome questions that people have. And we want to honor the time limits and stay on task.
We will proceed through the IEP in the following order. Present levels of performance, followed by the review of and established goals. Then we will determine appropriate placement and services for Jack. We will finish the meeting by reviewing what we agreed upon and any actions that need to be followed up with. Before we begin, I would like to remind you that the IEP paperwork that I brought to the table is a draft. We are able to make any changes on this material at any time. Jack, since we will be working on your performance in school, what do you feel that you do well with?
I like school, but I feel like I have trouble in those subjects because I have trouble paying attention. Like I think sometimes it's too much at once for me. And also, I do my homework, but I have trouble with misplacing it. So I think that maybe working on like organizational skills would help me better to turn my homework in on time and things like that.
What do you like about school and what do you hope to get out of this IEP?
I like being with my friends at school. I like going to recess and being in class with my friends and being able to work with my friends. But I really want to be able to focus on keeping organized and maybe breaking up what I'm learning each day so that it's more beneficial to me and that I like grasp the concepts of things better. So.
Well, you seem like a great kid and I look forward to working with you.
Right, and in English class, Jack has a very strong vocabulary and he's also a very great debater. We all see that. But it seems like English is his least favorite subject and he's expressed that. It frustrates him and he rarely turns in his work, which it seems to be like from his organizational skills that you've expressed. I have to make a lot of comments on your spelling errors and poor grammar. Also, in your papers, your ideas, you have good ideas, but they seem to be randomly expressed throughout the paper and kind of in a haphazard mess. Your random thoughts in your application of information and how you think things like reading and writing assignments should be done. And you have to hesitate a lot and mispronounce a lot of words. It's almost like he's guessing. Comprehension is really poor. And after reading and asking him to summarize, it's like he has no idea. But I think with the work we do today in the IEP meeting, we'll definitely be able to get through all of that and help you succeed in English.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so in math, he understands the concepts, and when we do the problems on the board, he knows the steps, but he does not complete his homework. And when we go over the homework, he's shocked that we had homework. And also when we have the test, he seems overwhelmed with all the material, have it on time, and he gives up and doesn't want to take the test.
Relating back to the homework, I feel like I can work more with him at home on that and just reiterate, let him know more, and maybe have like organizational skills with that as well.
Okay. And Jack, you're a great communicator, like we said, and I'm looking forward to working with you weekly.
Yeah, I think that I struggle a lot, but I think that I could really improve with like maybe having more time towards each subject. And maybe like at home breaking up my homework so that I don't feel like I have to do so much of it, so I can still go out with my friends and like play outside, things like that. Because I like to do that, and I think that maybe I get stressed out thinking of all the homework that I have to do, so I just don't do any of it.
Positive attitude you have, I think, will definitely help all of us succeed.
Thank you.
Are there any questions or comments about this area?
For me, I just want to know, like, for the teachers, how you guys are going to work with Jack in school, how he's going to be able to succeed, like, with his peers.
In English class, I'll work on, we like to do a lot of partner reading and group work on editing papers and peer editing and stuff, so if that would help you succeed, then I'll definitely do more of that and implement that more in my lessons.
Also, if he ever feels flustered or anything or needs a time break, he can always come to the resource room where I'm at, take a chill pill or relax, and then when he's ready, he can go back to class and work on his work.
Oh, and as the school psychologist, I'll be coming in and out of your classroom just to take note of like what can be changed, what can be fixed, help you and your learning.
Do we agree on all the items that were discussed in this section? Next, we will be talking about Jack's assessment data. Jamie, how were Jack's scores? What did he do well in, and what did he struggle with?
Well, for assessing Jack, we used the Whitcomb-Johnson 4th edition, and for the results, he was scoring below the average range in language arts, so that's something that we should really help Jack with and help him with his progression in that. And the word attack, like spelling, was an issue too, so we could help you gain more knowledge of spelling. And for your math computation, you scored in the average range, so that was pretty good. And with that being said, we will now be focusing on the course of the subject. Okay, so for Jack, he will be given a folder with separate assignments, like for classwork, for like to do, and like what to do like later on. His teachers will label each assignment with clear due dates. And for English, he'll have one-on-one help with his comprehension style.
So to help Jack throughout the rest of the school year, I plan on pulling him out for a half an hour and brought to his resource room during English to work on his comprehension, spelling, and grammar. Also, when before the test, if he can start taking tests in the resource room so he can reduce his anxiety, be able to concentrate better without all the distractions in the classroom.
I think that'll help him well, actually.
Yeah, I think that would be really good, beneficial.
In English class, when you're comfortable being in class, I'll provide you with graphic organizers to help with your writing and spelling, for your organizational skills and for writing papers, and also to help you with spelling, I'll provide a word list on your desk so it's clear, you can clearly see how the words are spelled, and it will help you get more familiar with the words, and then we'll see how that works for you. I will assign you smaller sections to read, so it's easier for you to comprehend, and so you're not overwhelmed. And like I said, we'll work on more social interactions, so peer editing, group work.
Okay.
So in math class, I'm going to have you start in the classroom taking your tests, and then if that doesn't work, I'm going to have you go to the resource room with Sam for a more quiet setting. And then I'm also going to put less problems on the test or on each page, and then more area for you to show your work. I really just want to reduce your test anxiety so you can do better on the test.
Thank you.
And Jack, you will be receiving 30 minutes of counseling with me weekly. So there we can just talk about any concerns you had, like how you're feeling that day, whatnot. And we're gonna try and get you more involved with your peers instead of like sitting off to the side of the class, which I observed earlier.
Are there any questions or comments about this? Do we agree on the items that were discussed?
I think that'll all help you succeed in school, especially if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah. I think it sounds pretty good what you guys are gonna do for him.
Mrs. Thomas, do you have any concerns relevant to Jack's education?
At this point, not really. I just want to see how everything's going to go, and then if we need to eventually meet for another meeting, we could always set that up and talk with them about that.
We will be updating you, Mrs. Thomas, on Jack's success throughout the school year. We will be contacting you through your phone or email, whichever is more appropriate for the situation being discussed, to let you know about the progress that Jack is making.
Okay, like I said, I left my email and my phone number on the sign-in sheet as well. So they all work best for me.
And for English, I'll be sending home appropriate reading level books, so you guys can work on, like you said, you wanted to help him. You guys can read one-on-one and maybe work on comprehension skills. And if we can keep in touch with how he's doing at home with the books, and I'll also let you know how he's doing in class.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it's going. I can always email you if that's okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
For math, I'll be sending Jack home with sample worksheets and packet to see how he's progressing with his skills, and we can also keep in touch, see how he's doing with this.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, and after every time me and Jack visit each other, I'll be sending home emails just to like keep you updated on like what we talked about, what his concerns are, and what we're doing to help improve his social skills and whatnot.
Okay. And I can also let you guys know how he's doing at home with all the work as well.
Right. Okay.
I will be working separately with Jack. If any problems arise or if he's needing any extra help, I'll have everything documented and keep in contact with you weekly and to show how he's progressing.
Okay. All right. Also, I'll be keeping in touch with all of you through the emails provided just to see how he's doing and everything else.
To conclude this meeting, does anyone have any questions about what we reviewed today?
Not right now.
Mrs. Thomas, how are you feeling with everything that will be done for Jack?
So far I'm feeling really well about everything. I see that the teachers are going to be doing everything for him. I feel like it's going to work out great.
Jack, do you have any questions for any of your teachers?
No, I don't. I think that with this being said, and that I'll be able to grow in my education experience, and it'll be good.
I want to thank everyone for being able to make the meeting today. I can't wait to keep in touch with all of you on Jack's progress. And if anyone ever has any questions, feel free to contact me through email.
Okay.
Everyone sign in.
Yes.
Yes. I think so.
This IEP will be implemented within 10 business days. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.